right, we ready, everyone? All right, that's right. Good to see everyone here. Thank you all so much. Muchísimas gracias por venir. Dhanyavad. Shesha, right? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you all so much for coming. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shekar Krishnan, and I'm a Democrat running for City Council here in Jackson Heights and Elmhurst, Queens. And we are here today because our plan, our vision, is to bring bilingual education to every single public school in District 30 and District 24. We are a community of immigrants. We are a community of public school families. And it is high time that our public schools support and reflect our values, support our immigrant families, and make sure that we are embracing all languages besides English in our school curriculum. Because that is the story of our neighborhoods here of Elmhurst and Jackson Heights. And that's why we're gathered here today, to make sure that all of our public schools have bilingual education in all the languages of our neighborhoods. And especially to make sure that it's bilingual education that centers our immigrant families in particular, that guarantees seats for every single immigrant family that wants bilingual education in our neighborhoods. Because right now, state law requires that if there are 20 or more students of a grade that speak the same home language in a school district, then every school in that district must have bilingual education. But that is not the case right now. And our public schools are not doing nearly enough to support our immigrant families when it comes especially to bilingualism and biliteracy. Right now in District 30 and 24, 60% of multilingual learners who are eligible for bilingual education are in our public schools, but only 18% of eligible multilingual learners are in bilingual education. This is absolutely unacceptable and reflects the fundamental inequality between the needs of our communities and what our public schools are offering right now. We need to do far more. And that's why today I'm introducing our 5-point plan to expand bilingual education here in Jackson Heights and Elmhurst, to make sure we have bilingual education in all of our local public schools of District 24 and 30, to make sure that every multilingual learner is guaranteed a seat, because we must make sure that immigrant families are centered when it comes to bilingual education in particular, that our school system is supporting our immigrant families and our multilingual learners. Point 3, we have to have inclusive and balanced approach to instruction. And we have to invest in educator, teacher, and administrator training and certification when it comes to bilingual education. Finally, we must ensure that immigrant families are centered in all decision-making about bilingual education. That is why we are here today. That is how we make sure that we have a just, equitable public school system that reflects truly our immigrant families of these neighborhoods. Brevemente en español, mi nombre es Shekar Krishnan. Yo soy demócrata postulándome para el Consejo Municipal de Jackson Heights y Elmhurst. Estamos aquí porque nuestro plan, nuestra visión es implementar programas bilingües en cada escuela pública de nuestros barrios. Somos una comunidad diversa, somos una comunidad de inmigrantes, así que es muy importante que nuestras escuelas reflejen los valores de nuestras comunidades. Comunidades de inmigrantes, comunidades de familias en escuelas públicas. Es importante y urgente que las escuelas reflejen nuestros valores en idiomas además de inglés, porque somos una comunidad que hablan muchos idiomas aparte de inglés también. Y ahora nuestra educación tiene que reflejar este valor. Nosotros tenemos un plan de 5 puntos para asegurar que nosotros tengamos educación bilingüe en cada escuela, y es educación que esté enfocada en las familias de inmigrantes. Punto 1, asegurar que tengamos educación bilingüe en todas las escuelas públicas en nuestros barrios. Punto 2, asegurar que cada multilingual learner tenga una silla garantizada en esos programas bilingües. Eso es sumamente importante. Punto 3, tiene que ser una educación con una estrategia educativa que es inclusiva y equilibrada en dos idiomas. Gracias. Y el cuarto punto es que tenemos que poner muchas más inversiones en oportunidades para nuestros profesores, nuestros administradores, para aprender la manera de educación y certificación para educación bilingüe. Y el punto más importante, esos programas bilingües tienen que ser enfocados en las necesidades de las familias de inmigrantes. Las familias de inmigrantes en nuestras escuelas tienen que hacer las decisiones sobre estos programas. Eso es todo, pero estos son puntos muy, muy importantes para asegurar que nuestras escuelas reflejen nuestros valores de comunidades para la educación de las escuelas públicas y para la educación bilingüe. Muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Gracias, hombre. Muchísimas gracias. Y now we're going to have speakers who will tell us, as parents in our public school system, as concerned residents, how important it is to have bilingual education in all our schools. They'll do so in multilingual ways. So our first speaker, we will have Weilai Rice come up with Sally and say a few words about the importance of bilingual education. Come on up, Weilai. Yay!
从我的女儿出生起，我就坚持在家跟她说中文，因为我希望她能够跟我在中国的家人沟通。我也希望她能够为她自己的华裔血统而骄傲。可是到了她上学的时候，我发现，我希望她能在学校里继续接受双语教育，但是我们社区的中英文双语的项目选择太少了。 今年我们给他申请 kindergarten 学前班的时候，我们唯一能找到的2个最近的项目也在30-40分钟的路程之外，而且在我们的学区之外，因此我们也没有进入这些项目。这是我们的故事，但是我觉得这个故事就是我们社区很多家庭的故事。我认识一些家庭，他们在家里主要说英文或者是西班牙语，可是他们希望自己的孩子能接触一门新的语言或者一个新的文化。 但是我们社区的学校并没有提供这样的机会，这就是为什么今天我在这里支持扩展双语教育机会，然后也感谢众议员 Catalina Cruz and Shekar Krishnan 给把这个重要的议题提出来，然后谢谢他们的支持和行动。Hi everyone, my name is Weilai. I'm an immigrant from China. Ever since my daughter was born, I have spoken and read in Chinese with her because I wanted her to be able to communicate with my family in China, and also I want her to be proud of her Asian American heritage. And when she became a school-age kid and I was looking to continue this bilingual education in school, then I find out I was really disappointed because the choice in the neighborhood is very limited. This year when we applied for kindergarten for her, I was able to find 2 closest bilingual programs in Chinese, which are 30-40 minutes away and also outside our school district. And eventually, she didn't get into any of them. So this is our story, but I don't think it's unique. I know lots of families in this neighborhood, they might speak English or Spanish primary at home, but the parents also want to expose their children to a different language or different culture, but our district is not providing this resource for them. That's why I'm standing here to support to increase the bilingual education in our district. And also I would like to thank you Assemblymember Cruz and Shekar Krishnan for bringing up this important issue and helpful actions. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you so much, Weilai. Thank you so much, Sally. Give me 5. Yay! Thank you so much. And you're certainly right, Weilai, that this is not unique. The challenges you face too are not unique when it comes to bilingual education in our communities. Next up, we have, going to speak to us both in Bangla and in English too, is Hotel Trades Council member and public school parent and neighbor, Kalachan Dutta. Come on, Dutta. Come say a few words.
my name is Dutta. I'm from Bangladesh, and I have 2 children. I want they'll be able to have the bilingual education because it's more diverse. I also know many of my other families and my community, they need bilingual education. The parents and grandparents want to be able to be involved in their education. They want their children to be able to understand their culture and their history. It is so important to be connected to our past and also be able to learn well and create a better future. Bilingual education will give my children more opportunities and to learn, to grow, and to succeed. Thanks very much, Ms. Catalina and Mr. Shekar Krishnan to support us. And now I'm going to say in Bengali. আমার নাম কালাচান দত্ত, আমি বাংলাদেশ থেকে এসেছি। আমার 2টো বাচ্চা আছে। আমি আমার 2টো বাচ্চাকেই চাই যাতে ওরা দু ভাষায় কথা বলতে পারে। আমার ভাষা হচ্ছে বাংলা। সো ওদের প্রকৃতামহ এরা সবাই ইনভলভ হতে পারে ওদের এডুকেশনের ব্যাপারে, আর এরা ওদের পাস জানতে পারবে, এরা ভালোভাবে ওদের ফিউচারের জন্য। সো মিস ক্যারোলিনা আর মিস্টার শেখার আমাদের সাপোর্ট করছেন, ওনাদেরকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। অ্যান্ড এর জন্য আমি ওনাকে আজকে এখানে এসেছি ওনাদের সাপোর্ট করার জন্য। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ।
Thank you so much, Dutta, Dhanyabad. And now it is my pleasure to introduce someone who has stood with us, a steadfast ally in this fight, who knows how important it is to have bilingual education in our communities. As the first Dreamer elected to office in New York State, I'm so proud to introduce my sister and our Assembly member, Catalina Cruz. Yay!
I'm also the proud product of bilingual education. When I came to this country in 1992, I did not know any English. I barely knew the words hello. And I landed in Queens, and I was fortunate enough to be able to go to a bilingual class for the first 2, possibly even the first 3 years that I was in this country. And it allowed me to learn the language of this country while still continuing to practice my grammar and my home language, the language that I dream in. My friends have heard me say my soul thinks in Spanish, and it's because it's my mother language. See, yes. That's a shout out to my Bangla brothers and sisters. I am honored to stand here with Shekar because I believe that he understands to his core the importance of not only educating our children, but giving them the kind of education that allows them to keep our culture alive, the culture of our home countries. This is a community of immigrants. And it also provides, because this isn't just bilingual education, it's also about dual language. It provides the other members of our community who want their children, maybe their primary language is English, but they want their children to be immersed in another language because the studies are out there. If you know 2 or 3 languages, your brain develops differently and your child is able to have opportunities that many of us could only dream of. So I am here not only in support of Shekar, in support of this plan, but more importantly in support of the children of our community who are going to be the ones that benefit from this plan. When Shekar, not if, when Shekar becomes our next council member, I know that this plan will be moving forward. Para mí es un honor estar con ustedes. Yo como muchos de los niños en esta comunidad soy inmigrante, me beneficié de la educación bilingüe. Cuando llegué a este país no sabía el inglés y gracias a la educación bilingüe estuve en clase de inglés más o menos unos 2 años y medio, casi 3 años. Pude aprender el idioma de este país. Esa posibilidad me abrió puertas, después me hice abogada, me hice oficial electa y necesitamos que nuestros niños tengan esas mismas oportunidades, no solo en clase bilingüe para que aprendan y practiquen la gramática y estén informados de esa cultura del país que nos vio nacer a muchos, que vio nacer a nuestros padres. Y esta es una comunidad de inmigrantes, es lo correcto, ayudarnos a que no solo aprendamos el idioma del país, que por supuesto hay que recordar, no hay ningún idioma oficial en este país. Entonces hay que darles la oportunidad a nuestros niños de que tengan ese mismo conocimiento y también para nuestras familias donde el idioma que hablan en casa es inglés, tener esa inmersión en los tipos de programas que les permiten aprender otro idioma. Los estudios están. El cerebro de un niño que sabe 2 idiomas se desarrolla muy diferente. Las posibilidades de empleo y de sacarlos a la familia de pobres es diferente y se les aumenta. Y yo estoy aquí no solamente para apoyar este plan, para apoyar a Shekar, pero para apoyar a los niños de nuestro barrio. Porque los niños de nuestro barrio son los que se van a beneficiar de este tipo de programas. Ahora quiero también invitar a una gran amiga que su hijo, que está aquí al lado, nuestro Jerry Mateo, es uno de esos niños que se puede beneficiar de la educación bilingüe y ella nos va a hablar de la importancia en nuestra comunidad de esa educación. Ana Patricia, venga para acá para que converse y muchas gracias. Y cuando Shekar se convierta en nuestro próximo concejal, sé que este plan se va a llevar a cabo, pero necesitamos la ayuda de cada uno de ustedes y les recordamos que las elecciones son el 22 de junio. Salgan, apoyen y voten. And so if we want this kind of future for our children, we have to go out and vote. And I'm going to encourage everybody to go out, vote for Shekar June 22nd. If you can vote out, vote early, go ahead and do it. Thank you. Hágase, mami. Hágase, Carlos de la mano.
Hola, estoy un poquito ronca, pero bueno. Quiero agradecer primeramente a que me invitaron aquí a hablar de la educación para los niños, de la educación bilingüe. Quiero agradecer a la señorita Catalina Cruz y al postulado Shekar por haberme invitado. Hay que apoyar a las personas que pueden apoyar, como ellos están diciendo y como todos los que vivimos aquí. Yo vivo en Corona, pero hay que toda la comunidad de aquí, Jackson High, Corona, Elmhurst, todos ellos, somos una comunidad de inmigrantes, una comunidad donde necesitamos que la gente sea bilingüe, donde necesitamos una educación bilingüe para nuestros hijos. Como dicen, no hay que negarles la oportunidad a nuestros hijos de ser bilingües. Una persona bilingüe vale por más. Si nosotros como padres, en mi caso, yo no tuve la oportunidad, entonces no hay que negárselas a nuestros hijos. Nuestros hijos tienen el derecho de ser bilingües, tienen el derecho de aprender nuestra lengua natal, nuestra lengua de nuestras culturas. En mi caso, yo soy mexicana, mi hijo viene de raíces mexicanas y hay que tratar de ver que se implemente la educación bilingüe en las escuelas de nuestra comunidad. Muy importante, es muy importante para nuestros hijos, para nuestra cultura y para la educación de ellos. A futuro ellos van a valer más. Una persona bilingüe, una persona con más idiomas, tiene las puertas abiertas. Entonces, muchísimas gracias por haberme invitado. Espero y esto no quede solamente en una conferencia o en esto, que en realidad se lleve a cabo y que le den oportunidad a nuestros hijos, ya no a nosotros como adultos que ya somos, pero sí a nuestros hijos, porque ellos son el futuro de este país y el futuro también a lo mejor de mi país que es México, del país que es un país, Estados Unidos. Entonces no le quiten la oportunidad a mi hijo o a nuestros hijos de ser unos niños bilingües, que a futuro ellos van a tener las puertas abiertas. Muchas gracias.
I'm going to do a brief translation. It's just a brief translation. What Ana Maria was basically, what Ana Patricia was basically conveying was the importance of allowing our children the opportunity to learn the mother tongue of their parents. And many of them were born in another country, not just the parents but the children, but allowing them to continue to get that education and re-emphasizing that someone who is bilingual has many more employment opportunities that the parents may not have had. And so she wants to make sure that the children are given that opportunity. And it's a summary. Okay, gracias.
Muchísimas gracias, Patricia. Muchísimas gracias por sus palabras. Muchísimas gracias a la asambleísta Catalina Cruz por sus palabras poderosas también. Now we're going to introduce, next up we have speaking to us both in Nepali and about the importance of Nepali bilingual programs in our schools too. We'll have Birendra Manandar to come and say a few words. Come on, Birendra. Birendra, bye.
Namaste everyone. I'm from Nepal. My name is Birendra. I'm very proud to this program. Our council members, they put in this education in the prepare, because I hardly taught in this subject, because when I came here and I saw many our Nepalese community, I went to door. I saw in the few, when you grow on, they are speak in the when the children they speak in the our language, but when you grow on, when you come to school, they cannot talk with our family language, because they go to family, they go to work, they don't have a time how to teach in this one. And this situation, there's so many house they have a problem, that many house is a mother or family have a problem that they don't understanding. And this situation, Shekar with our candidate council member, the agenda they want to bring in the this election hour. I'm very glad and thankful for him. Also, we are come to every door in the outside, go to the court in the Shekar coming election, and anyhow who want to need an election, he have a big experience, because I know him in the 6 year before in the New York Business Club. He have big experience. He want to do in the change for in the now the situation is immigrant people. They have he is a very familiar person. That's why we must give a vote for them in the Shekar Krishnan in the council member in the coming election, and everyone comes to the outside. And in this situation, this subject is I feel I touch my heart, because last time I go to in my family member, they go to house, they cannot speak when you go on in the children, and then his grandfather, grandmother, they cannot speak in the English. They have a big communication gap, and they have so many complicated in the family house, and that's why when you put in the bilingual education, all of this 25 district is a school. I'm very happy to them, everybody, immigrant people. There's so many Jackson Heights is so many immigrant, so many countries they come here. They must need it in this subject, and the who take today in the Shekar Krishnan, we must vote again. I told in every 25 district, in the every citizen or every non-citizen green card who have no paper, who have they campaigning for them, the easy to win for them, and we give our hands for them, and together we are fighting, we are winning situation we bring in everyone. We need this situation most we can go to door knock. That's why I'm very that's why I'm talking for this subject. And now I'm talking in our Nepali language. I'm from Nepal. My name is Birendra. I'm now in the New York Jackson Heights 25 district, and this is who is a candidate in the council member उम्मेदवार. उहाँले चाहिँ एउटा नयाँ एजेन्डा ल्याउँदै हुनुहुन्छ कि उहाँले चाहिँ हरेक स्कुलमा चाहिँ आफ्नो फ्यामिली ल्याङ्ग्वेजलाई चाहिँ राख्नुपर्छ हरेक स्कुलमा. यो कारणले यो ल्याङ्ग्वेज राखेन भने धेरै प्रब्लमहरू आउन सक्छ र आइरहेको पनि छ. र यो 25 डिस्ट्रिक्टमा हामीले यो हरेक स्कुलमा चाहिँ हामीले सब्मिट गर्न सक्यो भने हाम्रो फ्यामिलीको लागि चाहिँ धेरै राम्रो हुन्छ र यो राख्नुपर्छ भनेर उहाँले चाहिँ यो इलेक्सनको अगाडि उहाँले राख्नुभएको छ. त्यसैले हामीले उहाँलाई जसरी भए पनि यो एजेन्डालाई सार्थकता दिन जसरी भए पनि हामीले उहाँलाई यो आउने निर्वाचनमा उहाँलाई भोट दिएर हरेक सिटिजन ग्रीन कार्ड साथीहरूले पनि सहयोग गर्नुपर्छ. र जोसँग पेपर छैन उहाँहरूले चाहिँ डोर टु डोर नक गरेर अहिलेको काउन्सिलर 25 डिस्ट्रिक्टको काउन्सिलर मेम्बर उम्मेदवार शेखर कृष्णलाई चाहिँ भोट दिनको लागि हामी चाहिँ डोर टु घरबाट चाहिँ हामी सबै बाहिर निस्केर चाहिँ क्याम्पेनिङमा आउनुपर्छ भन्ने मैले चाहिँ तपाईहरु हाम्रो नेपाली कम्युनिटी इन्डियन कम्युनिटीहरुको लागि आह्वान गर्छु. र यो समयको चाहिँ हामीलाई धेरै महत्त्वपूर्ण समय छ र यो एजेन्डा उहाँले बोक्नु भएको छ शेखर कृष्णजीले. उहाँको लागि चाहिँ हामीले भोट दिनुपर्छ र सबैको मनमा छ कि स्कुलहरुमा चाहिँ हाम्रो आफ्नो मातृभाषा दिनुपर्छ भनेर. र यो एजेन्डा चाहिँ उहाँले बोक्नु भएको कारण र उहाँसँग धेरै एक्सपिरियन्सहरू छ। हिजो चाहिँ उहाँ चाहिँ विभिन्न सङ्घ संस्थामा बसेर चाहिँ यो डिस्ट्रिक्टको लागि धेरै काम गर्नुभएको कारणले उहाँलाई हामीले अहिले यो पल्टको इलेक्सनमा जसरी भए पनि हामीले भोट दिएर हामीले यो प्राइमेरी इलेक्सनमा जिताउनु भनेको चाहिँ हाम्रो फ्यामिलीको लागि चाहिँ हाम्रो बालबालिकाको भविष्यको लागि चाहिँ र हाम्रो भविष्यको लागि चाहिँ राम्रो हुने भएकोले उहाँलाई भोट दिनको लागि आह्वान गर्दै म यहाँबाट बिदा हुन्छु र आउने इलेक्सनमा हाम्रो शेखर कृष्णजीलाई भोट दिनु र साथै हाम्रो एसेम्ब्ली मेम्बर क्याटलिना क्रुजलाई पनि म धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु।
Dhanyavad Birendra. Dhanyavad Birendra. Thank you so much. And now to close us out, we'll have public school parent Chuck Park come up and say a few words.
Thank you for inviting me, Shekar. Thank you for being with Assemblymember Cruz. Like so many people in Queens, I'm the child of immigrants. My parents came from South Korea in the 80s. I was born in Flushing. And when I was a kid, we were crammed 6 into a 1-bedroom in Astoria. And I remember that I was surrounded only by Korean immigrants. Korean was the language of hunger, of food. Korean was the language of fear and of comfort. Korean was the language of the bathroom. Korean was my grandma whispering into my ear, laying next to me in bed, trying to put me to sleep. And it's embarrassing for me to say in front of all these great speakers that I can't even express what I just said in Korean. And the reason I cannot is because I didn't have access to something like bilingual education. And so those are the stakes here. This plan isn't just about making us more competitive. It is about that. You know, people who speak multiple languages will do much better in this hyper-competitive world of ours. It's also about affirming our identities, celebrating our music, our dance, our foods, the beautiful diversity that only exists in Queens and only really exists here in Jackson Heights. That's why I support this candidate, this plan, and thank you again for being with us, Assemblymember Cruz.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Chuck. And he's also running for CEC in our district too, which I support him for exactly this reason, because he believes in these values too. Thank you, Chuck. En fin, estos idiomas son nuestros idiomas. Son nuestros idiomas de sueños, de la casa, de las familias, de nuestras culturas. Y por eso es hora que la escuela nos reconozca a nuestras familias, nos vea a nuestras familias. Es importante que las escuelas abracen a nuestras familias y a nuestros idiomas. Y por eso estamos aquí. These are the languages of our communities, of our families, of our cultures, of our homes and of our dreams. And it is high time that our public schools see us, recognize us, embrace us, and embrace our languages. And that's why we are calling for this plan today for bilingual education in every single school in our public schools in our communities. Thank you all so much for coming out today. Thank you, Assemblymember Catalina Cruz. And we'll keep fighting for this. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. Thank you guys so much. I know. Thank you all so much. You all did so awesome. Muchísimas gracias. Bye, everyone.